What if Henry Cavill isn't done with the DC universe, but instead of soaring back as the symbol of hope, he returns as its darkest nightmare? The rumors have been swirling, and a growing theory is starting to grip the fan base like wildfire. Henry Cavill might be playing Ultraman in James Gunn's new Superman movie. Yes, you heard that right. The same Henry Cavill who was let go, the same face fans associated with Superman for over a decade, might now be stepping back into the DCU not as its savior, but as its destroyer. At first glance, this sounds too wild to be real. But dig a little deeper, and you'll realize this might just be the most brilliant, calculated, and poetic move the DC cinematic universe has ever pulled off. Let's rewind a bit. In late 2022, Cavill returned as Superman in the post-credit scene of Black Adam, sending fans into a frenzy. He even confirmed his return on Instagram with a heartfelt message, "The cape is still mine."
I wanted to make it official that I am back as Superman.
But just weeks later, James Gunn and Peter Safran took the reins of DC Studios and announced a new direction. Gunn revealed that he would be writing and directing a fresh Superman reboot, one that wouldn't include Henry Cavill. Fans were heartbroken. The dream of a true Man of Steel sequel was gone in a snap, and Cavill, ever graceful, accepted his departure without drama. But then something strange happened. He disappeared. Since that announcement, Henry Cavill has been eerily quiet. No big interviews, no public reactions to the new Superman, no comments about David Corenswet, the actor now wearing the cape. It's like he went completely off-grid. For a man so beloved by fans and known for his genuine interactive nature, that kind of radio silence was odd, suspicious even. But then, whispers started to emerge. DC's toy merch for the new Superman film included a figure labeled not as Superman, not Zod, not a Kryptonian clone, but Ultraman, and that's when the puzzle pieces started snapping into place. Ultraman isn't just another villain, he's Superman's multiversal doppelganger from Earth 3, a world where morality is inverted, where heroes are villains, and hope is replaced with fear. In the comics, Ultraman possesses the same powers as Superman, but with a terrifying twist. He's empowered by green kryptonite, weakened by sunlight, and shaped by a childhood devoid of compassion. Raised in darkness, driven by dominance, and fueled by his own twisted code, Ultraman is the anti-Superman in every conceivable way. And if Cavill were to return to the DCU in that role, the emotional weight of that decision would be staggering. Just think about it. The very actor who inspired generations as the embodiment of truth and justice, now playing a tyrant who uses the same powers to rule with an iron fist. That's not just a role reversal. That's narrative brilliance. It's the kind of twist that leaves audiences gasping, but the evidence doesn't stop there. In trailers for Gunn's Superman film, we catch glimpses of a mysterious figure in black Kryptonian armor. His face is hidden. His name is never mentioned. And despite countless cast announcements, this one character remains completely uncredited. In a studio as tightly managed as DC under Gunn, this level of secrecy is deliberate, strategic. It's not an oversight, it's a setup. Let's talk visuals. Ultraman's silhouette doesn't match David Corenswet. He's visibly shorter. His frame is bulkier. His posture? More aggressive, grounded, even menacing. Cavill, at 6 feet 1 inch, fits that profile perfectly. Corenswet stands at 6 feet 4 inches with a leaner frame. The difference isn't subtle. Just watch the trailers side by side. The man in the black suit, whether he's standing still or walking through fire, carries himself like Cavill did in Man of Steel. Broad chest, squared shoulders, chin slightly down. And that armor is not just black for drama. In Ultraman's lore, it's functional. Protecting him from the sun, which weakens him, every detail adds up. Even the hair matches. Cavill was recently seen with a slicked-back, almost military-style haircut, eerily similar to Ultraman's in the trailers. Coincidence? Possibly. But paired with the merchandising leaks, the visual clues, and the calculated silence from both Cavill and Warner Bros., it's becoming harder to dismiss this theory. And there's one more thing. The character in black isn't just shown in quick cuts. He's present, prominent, but always hidden just enough to keep fans guessing. No face reveal. No voice. Just shadowy frames that scream, "We're hiding something big." Why go through all this effort if the character is just another disposable villain? Why keep the actor's identity under wraps when the rest of the cast has been shouted from rooftops? Because this isn't just a cameo, it's a mic drop moment. If Cavill is indeed playing Ultraman, James Gunn isn't just pulling off a cool twist, he's flipping the entire DCU on its head. He's taking the most painful recasting in modern superhero history and turning it into cinematic gold. Now let's look at this from a narrative lens. Bringing Cavill back as Ultraman isn't about undoing the past. It's about recontextualizing it. This is a man who once symbolized hope, now embodying its destruction. That duality creates a tension, unlike anything we've seen in the genre. Imagine the emotional impact when audiences see Cavill step out of the shadows not to save the world, but to burn it down. It's poetic, it's Shakespeare in a cape, and it gives the audience something far more powerful than nostalgia. It gives them catharsis. For years, fans have begged for closure, an ending, a tribute, a send-off. This would be all of that, but with a twist. It would allow Cavill to return on his own terms, not as a replacement, but as a reinvention. It's a storytelling masterstroke. And if anyone in Hollywood understands how to pull that off, it's James Gunn. Look at what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. A team nobody cared about became beloved icons. Or The Suicide Squad, a bunch of D-listers turned into emotional powerhouses. Gunn plays with expectations like no other, and now he has the chance to do it on a multiversal scale. Let's not forget the strategic marketing. The lack of press around Ultraman isn't just secrecy, it's bait. It's a trap designed to pull audiences in and then flip the script. It's the magician's sleight of hand. While everyone's focused on Corenswet, Lois Lane, and Mr. Terrific, the real twist is lurking in the shadows. This isn't sloppy marketing, it's precision misdirection. Gunn knows the fandom is fractured, he knows Snyder loyalists are still active, and instead of ignoring them, he's using their expectations as narrative fuel. Cavill's return wouldn't just be fan service, it would be emotional warfare. You'd be watching the man you once cheered for tear down everything he once stood for. The man who lifted oil rigs and saved falling buildings would now be the one causing the chaos, and that transformation would hit harder than any reboot or recast ever could. Because you're not just losing a hero, you're watching him become the villain. And the weight of that, especially when tied to a real-world studio shift, is cinematic lightning in a bottle. And when that helmet finally comes off, when Cavill's face is revealed under the black suit, it won't just be a twist, it'll be a declaration. DC is back, and it's not playing safe. It's swinging for the fences. This is how you turn controversy into content, disappointment into drama, nostalgia into nuclear storytelling. And if this theory turns out to be true, if Henry Cavill truly is Ultraman, then James Gunn didn't just recast Superman. He weaponized him. And the result might just be the greatest plot twist in superhero movie history.